Hi, I'm Ellen McCauley. I'm at Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York, home of a 2-day blizzard, and on the third day the roads are black and we're all back to business because that's what we do in Syracuse, New York. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, and there have been years where I have played St. Patrick's Day songs or done St. Patrick's Day themes. And I have this beautiful St. Patrick's Day handmade jewelry from Table 1. Let's hear it for Table 1. Yes! You too can make me handmade jewelry. You understand? Only kidding. But I'd like to direct everyone's eyes to the back of the log where I have included a copy of St. Patrick's Breastplate. So that is my St. Patrick's Day, because there was a day where I would spend St. Patrick's Day at every Irish bar in Syracuse, but these days I spend them, thinking about the beauty of God and everything that St. Patrick's Day means to the Irish. So this is really a powerful, powerful prayer. And one of the things that it starts with, talking about the belief in the threeness. And so often St. Patrick has been credited with really explaining the Trinity beautifully by holding up that green shamrock and saying, 3 in 1, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So when you see a shamrock, it is a symbol of the Trinity. And I like when he says, I arise today through God's strength to pilot me. When you get up some mornings and it's 4:30 or 5:15, you can just say, Lord, I need you to pilot me right now because my own steam engine's a little low on fuel. And he's ready to pilot you. And also, the most famous part of it is the bottom verses that says, Christ with me, Christ before me, Christ behind me, Christ in me, Christ beneath me, Christ above me, Christ on my right, Christ on my left, Christ when I lie down, when I sit down, when I arise in the heart of every man who thinks of me, Christ in the mouth of everyone who speaks of me, Christ in every eye that sees me, Christ in every ear that hears me. And that is beautiful, especially when you're dealing with challenging situations. So I invite everyone to read the whole St. Patrick's Day, Breastplate, and especially tomorrow. Tomorrow's a good day to wake up and say, Christ beside me. And you can make it up if you don't remember it. Just say, Christ beside me, Christ to the right of me, to the left of me. It's just be with me, Christ. And now I want to talk about, thank you, Linda V., who gave me this wonderful alternate forms of fasting. Because I think it's one thing to fast from meat on Fridays. I think it's one thing to fast from perhaps, sweets or whatever. But she received this at a retreat that she went to. And I liked it, and I want you to discuss it a little bit in small group. That you can fast with your eyes, a little less TV or video or Facebook, etc. Fast with your ears. Sometimes I just like to do my work, like I do my Pray It Off work, the logs, etc. I do it in complete silence, no music, no TV. Just concentrating on being with God and being with you. Also, when you're talking with someone, did you ever go into someone's office and you need to tell them something, and you go, excuse me, you got a minute? And they say, yeah, I'd like to discuss something with you. Sure, but they never take their eyes off their monitor, and they're typing on their keyboard. And I think to myself, do I do that? Have I ever done that? Well, when I come home from work, and Bob's there, and he wants to tell me about his day, I'm usually opening the mail. I'm usually going, oh, really, honey? Slit, slit, slit. Oh, look at that. Slit, slit, slit. So the other night, I did this article, and he came home, and he's sitting in my office, and I'm at my desk, and the mail's sitting there. I turn it upside down, so I'm not tempted to open that National Grid bill. And I looked at him, and I said, tell me about your day. And I just sat there and listened. I did not multitask. People love to say, I'm a great multitasker. But guess what? Sometimes we just need to listen and not multitask. Fast with your mouth. Take just one helping of the food that is served. Eat fewer sweets and processed food. Appreciate simple food and drink, and like water and good fruits. Cross out bread, right? Fruits. Also, fast with your hands. Back off from things that agitate you. Sit and reflect. Rest and observe. Share your own goods with those who have less. Fast with your feet. Learn to rest and sit quietly. I really need to do that. If you knew what I did on the 2 days I had off, because I had it off, I had to do something. I didn't really sit and rest. Welcome others to your home. Fast with your body. I love this one. Reclaim your natural hair color. I crossed that one off. I applaud everyone who's done that. Lord, I will fast in every area but that one. I don't want to go to my natural hair. Also, when eating, practice stopping when you've had enough rather than continuing to eat until you feel full. That's a good one. Fast from anger, resentment, and bitterness. The other day something happened to me, and somebody said something to someone else, and the thing they said to someone else wasn't true, and Bob was there when I was talking to that person, so I said to him, "Did I say that, Bob?" And he goes, "Absolutely not. You did not say that." And he wasn't just agreeing with me because I didn't say that. So I was having a lot of, I'm like, okay, Ellen, you already went to confession for Lent. You can't sin over this. You don't want to stand in a big long line and go to confession again. So I tried to put it in perspective. I tried to let go of it. I tried to let it go. And even Bob and I were doing the motions. Let it go. Let it go. And they're like, "Can I say one more thing, Bob?" He goes, "One more thing." And I go, "Well, what about, blah. Okay, now I'm done. Let it go. Let it go. But what about, okay, one more thing. All right, let it go. And then today, I brought it up again. What's wrong with me, pray it offers? Why can't I let it go? So, let's try to let it go. Help me. Help yourselves. Pray for the grace of forgiving others that have hurt you. You know what? That's hard. I always say I'd be the best Christian if it wasn't for the people. You know that. It's those people. Also, fast from judging others. Before making any judgments, recall how God looks compassionately upon your own faults. Fast from complaining. That's hard to do too. We talked about it with the wilderness thinking. You want a pity party. Poor me, I drove all the way to work. Womp womp, and it was closed. You want someone just to say, "Poor Ellen." Or you, in your case, your own name. Also, fast from the presence of your children. This is hard for some people because they're helicoptering so much. Their kids go away to college and they expect them to call them every day. Or that, "Why aren't you texting me? Why aren't you calling me?" We haven't heard from Vince in so long that I said, I better go on Facebook to see if he's liking anybody. Oh, he liked something 30 minutes ago. He's not locked up in a room being held captive somewhere. Yay! But I don't want to helicopter him, Choose life by turning and embracing new possibilities for yourself if you have grown children. Glossing over your losses too quickly. Sometimes you do need to feel a little sorry for yourself or an ache or an absence, but turn it over to Jesus and say, "Lord, I miss this person," or I love this person who might be gone. Just trying to be a Christian doesn't mean you gloss over grieving for someone that you've lost. Also, fast from the intimacy of a spouse's or friend's temporary absence. Sometimes your husband or wife are out of town on business, and you just need to, turn to God and use that absence of relationship as a time, perhaps to do something else, pray, whatever. So think about those things. I like them. Some other ways to fast, when the three biggies, fasting, almsgiving, and prayer, it doesn't necessarily mean fast from food. I'm going to stop right there, Bob. And thanks again, Linda. It gave me a lot of